Sometimes there's just a moment when you're recording a song and it's just magic. You know, somebody's been kicking around a little idea on a guitar for a while, and then now they get to hear it with a full band, you know, through awesome equipment being played back on amazing speakers. And I think that's my favorite thing about making records is when just everything just clicks, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, you know, everybody's got a smile on their face and it sounds like a record. My name is Matt Grondin, and we are here at the Parlor recording studio in New Orleans, Louisiana. I am a co-owner as well as a producer and engineer and a musician. I play guitar and keyboards and bass and drums. My family opened a studio in Jacksonville Beach in about 1999 or so, and I was, I think, 16-ish, and I just kind of started hanging out there and fiddling with Pro Tools. I think it was on version 3 or something. And we had the little Mix Plus, the 888s, you know, and I just started playing around with that stuff, and eventually we shut it down because business was sort of slow in the area, and I took a lot of the stuff to my house, and there I just started playing around with knobs and learning how to do a better job at making records. And I've been doing it for about 15 years now, and this place is kind of the culmination of that journey. You know, I've always really enjoyed the studio as opposed to live. I mean, playing live is a lot of fun, the energy, you know, the spontaneity of it, but there's always something about the studio and just like the limitless possibilities, being able to just dial in whatever sounds you want or, you know, experiment till you found the right sound. I've always really enjoyed people that took some risks and found new territory in the studio. I kind of want to merge the old and the new, and you see that with some of our gear. You know, we have old console, we have tape machines, but we also are running Pro Tools with Clasp. And I'm hoping with this studio we can bring those big fat sounds with the Neve and with the analog recording and all that, but with more of a fidelity that we're able to achieve in this day and age. The thing I love the most about Vintage King is that, you know, I can buy the new stuff that I need, but they can also service the older equipment that I love. And when I bought the Neve, it was in good shape, but you know, Mike convinced me it was worth sending up there to at least get it looked at and see, you know, what kind of work we could put into making it better. And you know, he just gave me a bunch of options on what we could do to make it perfect, and I just figured, why not? Let's just go for it. Let's make it right, because we're not going to get a chance to do this again. The console deserves that, you know. It's a beautiful piece of history, and I think when people sit down in front of the console and they see just how, you know, legible everything is and how perfect the wood and the, you know, the bumper bar and all that are, it's really nice, and I think people are going to be blown away by this console. What I want to really accomplish with this place in a lot of ways is similar to how I felt when I first walked into Studio D at Blackbird, and it was just like, wow, this is an amazing space. Not only visually, aesthetically, you know, the vibe, but acoustically, it was crazy to hear our drums played back through their console in that space. I hope that this place can kind of evoke some of that same sort of level of quality and vibe that they have. And I think that's important to see people really happy and really just fulfilled to hear their music played back, you know, in these great spaces, and to be super inspired and just have, you know, their record just come out amazingly. It's just, I think it's gonna make me feel like I provided a service